Okay. Did we find out where he's going? Right now? All right. One of my teammates has identified a car that we think has narcotics inside of it. It's already in San Diego County. We're not far from the border, and we're hoping to find it here on the highway, catch up to it, and figure out where it's going. This is a common occurrence for us, daily even. Tijuana, Mexico is a high trafficking area, and San Diego being its first port of entry into the United States makes us the thoroughfare for bulk smuggling. That's them right there. It's a gray sedan, committed 5 north.
Copy.
He's going from lane 3 into lane 4. Speed's about 70. He slowed down on me pretty quick. I came up on him fast, and I'm almost neck and neck with him. Off, 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 calm, off, off, off.
I got him. You go west now on Paul.
We're still in San Diego County, and he made a fairly quick exit, just trying to figure out which way he wants to go.
Just past 16th Street, westbound on Palm.
At this point, we just work together as a team and make sure that we can continue to follow it, but we also need to be ready for any contingency and develop a plan for if someone comes to remove the drugs here. We need to be prepared for enforcement action.
Looks like he's turning into the little storefront, the fitness center. Okay, looks like he's getting a parking spot directly in front of the physical therapy business. Oh, just keep an eye for now.
At this point, it's a waiting game. It's making sure that nobody interacts with that car and that these drugs don't leave that car. How long that is, it can be hours, it can be days. But paramount is making sure that these drugs never hit the street.
How you doing, sir?
Hi, how are you today?
Not too bad. Can you open the trunk? It's clear.
Today, traffic is heavy. We have every lane open. It's pretty decent wait time right now.
Let's get.
We're primary. We're part of the mobile enforcement team, so we're just gonna see if anything stands out.
What are you bringing in? Anything at all? No? Okay. We'll see you up at the booth, okay? Roving like this helps the operation because it takes some of the pressure off the officers that are working the line.
Buenos días. ¿A dónde van?
So what my team does is we check as many cars as we can while we're up here. We try and do it as quickly as we can because it'll ease them up a little bit knowing that we've already checked the majority of the cars.
¿Y usted siempre usa el carro? ¿Armas, drogas? I'm good.
We use our tools, we use our canine, we use our interview skills, trying to find a narcotic smuggler or currency smuggler, anything like that.
Good boy.
Something there, huh?
So the dog is showing interest. Bottom could be gas tank, spare tire.
Good boy. Good boy.
Hello. What is your citizenship?
How about you, Swiss?
Purpose your trip in Mexico today?
What's visiting my
Okay. How long were you over there?
a few hours.
And you took this vehicle to Mexico?
It's actually my uncle's
If it's your uncle's vehicle, when did you borrow it?
this morning.
This morning from Mexico. So how did you go to Mexico?
I have my car, but we don't keep it,
Uh-huh.
so it's in the shop.
Okay, so you left it in the shop. The guy was nervous, grasping to the wheel, sweating, no eye contact at all. Are you bringing any fruits, any liquor, cigarettes, nothing illegal prohibited, firearms, narcotics? Nothing, okay. Can you roll down the back window?
It doesn't work, but it's open.
Okay. If I feel there's something there, I gotta stop it here. Then since K9 showed interest on the vehicle, we're gonna send it to secondary. Go ahead and proceed. Pre-primary alert, going to secondary. We're gonna check it in for inspection.
What's going on, boss? You see your passport?
Philadelphia is a large, sprawling international airport, so we get flights from pretty much every part of the continent of Europe and from Asia and Africa.
Do you ever travel with over $10,000?
$10,000?
Yeah.
No, I don't carry that much money.
Welcome back, all right?
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Where are you coming in from today, sir?
I'm coming in from Palestine.
Very nice. How long were you there?
Whole month.
I'm in charge of the Passenger Enforcement Special Operations Team, otherwise known as Paso. Family there?
Yep, my fiance is there. I'm working on her papers.
Congratulations.
Thank you, yeah.
Not only are we looking for narcotics, but we're also looking for anything that has some nexus or other to the international trade. All right, my friend, see you later. Person, place, to think, if it's coming in or going out of the United States and it's coming through the Port of Philadelphia, we pretty much touch it.
So how you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, where you coming from?
The UK, London.
All right, what are you bringing into the United States today?
Sportswear, a few samples.
He came up to the primary officer, and when they asked what's your purpose of travel today, he said business. And one question we do follow up with is, are you bringing any sample products? So what is the exact reason that you're coming in with these samples? What's happening?
We produce products for athletes and service personnel.
And the purpose of your meeting, what do you plan to accomplish?
Hopefully to deal with Penn State Athletics for 900 of their athletes to supply them with our products.
So you're promoting your product into the United States?
Correct.
Okay. We have policies when it comes to bringing samples into the United States. The items are supposed to be dismembered somehow. So they either had to have their tags ripped off or cut. They should just be something that you can look at and not want to purchase right away. This stuff is something that I can actually go to a store and I would purchase. And the exact wrap and everything. What's the price of these?
So retail gloves, they just opened at $49.
$49 US dollars for a glove. And what about these? What's the price of them?
That one is 112 retail.
So 112 retail? Okay. From the way it looks here to me, these are all brand new. If you're coming in with merchandise that has to be done in the proper way, you should have had a form filled out that you bring stuff into the United States as samples, then it should have been filed through the airlines. Unfortunately, the products, they're packed perfectly for retail sale. He hasn't filled out any of the forms, and he was supposed to pay a payment of duty on items being imported into the United States, which he has not. There's no guarantee that you're not going to sell these items today. There's no way you can prove that to me right now, can you?
No. If you're here tomorrow evening, I can show them all to you.
So it's not just the tags. I'm actually going to cut a slash through each of your items that you're bringing in. This might be a nightmare for you, but it's going to happen.
This is the painful bit.
This is it. I know it's going to hurt, but this is what it is. the items he brought in, the way they looked today, you can buy. And to make sure that those items weren't being sold on the black market or he's not making any type of employment here illegally, we have to dismember those items.
So in the future, samples need to have holes in them?
They should be defective in some way that is not going to show me that you're planning on retailing them here in the United States. A lot of people come in not understanding our laws or not being aware of it. The fingertips of the glove should have been cut off, but still attached to the label. That would have been okay. This job is not for everyone. We cannot get emotionally attached to anything that we do. We have to be professional, we have to be stern, we have to implement our laws honestly. All right, I am very happy with my inspection. You can go ahead and pack everything up. I get it, he's a small business owner, everyone starts off somewhere, but it just wasn't allowed today. You too, have a good day.
Okay, so at my pace, go to number 4, please. K9 showed interest in the back area. Says it's his uncle's vehicle, but then, we've had those stories in the past. Go ahead, step out of the vehicle and lock everything, please.
We're doing a 7-point of the vehicle. What we're checking for is contraband. We're making sure that these travelers not bringing drugs into the United States, any meth, any cocaine. They tend to hide drugs in the front of the vehicle. Sometimes they have false compartments.
Check right there.
Negative.
It could be the tire, gas tank, bumper. Sounds pretty good.
All right, so let's deport this vehicle.
You're good to go.
Deport operator does not see any anomalies, so we are gonna go ahead and release the vehicle. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Even though the dog alerted, it doesn't mean that it was the vehicle itself. There's other surroundings. In this case, there was a car in front of him that the guy admitted to smoking. So the dog would have picked up the wind.
Process about once a week, and I show he's in the U.S. anywhere from 6 to 7 hours.
At this point, we've identified this car through investigative means, and we are currently set up on this gloriously sunny day in San Diego, waiting to see if someone else comes for it or if this vehicle moves again. San Diego doesn't see this kind of weather, not very often. So it affects everybody. How people drive, how people walk, all of that matters to us. So being able to do surveillance and enforcement action, thwarting smuggling attempts while at the same time maintaining public safety is our #1 goal. But with rain like this, with low visibility, it definitely adds a challenge. And it's just not any fun.
The guy in the Dodge Ram glanced over in the direction of V1, and they were sitting in the car, nose in, facing towards our V1.
That's about 3 lanes closer to us. The guy out of the Dodge is out.
Black sweatshirt, blue jeans.
He got out of his pickup truck, walked to the hood for 1 second and then turned around and got right back in to the driver's seat, door closed. Maybe checking the lot for law enforcement or checking the security of the load vehicle.
Black Hyundai Elantra circled the lot twice, like looking at cars parked a couple miles over, but facing the V1. So blacked out sedan.
We've already identified 2 vehicles now in the lot. We're trying to see if they're connected to our vehicle. Blue pickup's driver door is open. Okay, suitcase coming out of the Dodge Ram. There's a suitcase is walking over to the black Elantra, just went into the black Elantra, and now that Elantra's getting ready to move. Does someone want to take that away and try to stop it?
Yeah, I'm thinking stop there at Elantra. Probably going to be going eastbound on Silver Strand.
Oh, we're running.
We saw suitcase transfer. Yeah, I'm right behind Elantra.
Stick with it.
You got 3 additional units. Eastbound on westbound on Narcotics.
Went the wrong way. Go, go, go.
I don't have an Alpha car.
They got away. Well, that's frustrating.
Today we have some inbound flights coming, and we're looking for people to possibly rope for baggage exams. Where are you coming back from?
Jordan.
Any expensive gifts you're bringing back or anything?
No.
You're mainly seeing a lot of underdeclared merchandise to avoid taxation, a lot of fancy new purchases that people are wearing, counterfeit items, stuff like that.
How you doing, ma'am? You see your passport, please? I'm gonna take a quick look in your bags and I'll get you out of here. Follow me.
Where are you coming from?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. What were you doing there?
Having a good time.
A good time? That's good. Can you please put all your bags in here, please? Did you buy any merchandise in there in Amsterdam?
Yes, and I declared it and put it on the form.
But do you have the receipt,
What I
the
have,
proof of what you buy in there?
they took that when I was visiting Amsterdam.
Okay.
On the form that I just gave the lady, I
Okay.
remembered everything and I listed it.
Got it. So you put everything in the custom in the global entry receipt.
Yeah.
Did
they
you
took-
declare everything in there?
Yes, I
And
repeated.
how much is one? How much was?
1,624.
Every time that a traveler travel back to United States and get back, they have to declare and pay that duty. This is the thing that you buy, right? During Amsterdam?
That's what I claim.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Now, you can't get that back, can you?
No. I will try. I will try.
I'm just messing with you.
So we appreciate that you take your time to be honest and declare everything. So today we're gonna waive you the duty of 3%, that is 24 with 72. All right?
Thank you. Thank
You're welcome. Have a good one, okay? You're welcome.
We're just looking for any vehicles, any person that's going out of their way not to be noticed. See if anything stands out.
Hello, how are you doing today? ¿Cómo está? ¿Usas seguido o no? Oh, okay. ¿Qué hace para trabajo?
Soy psicóloga y vendo los accesorios, las bolsas.
¿Vendes bolsas?
Sí, llevo mucha mercancía, pues.
Por eso tienen los vidrios oscuros. Para que no la vean, ¿no?
Me hace daño el sol y
Oh, sí.
trato de que me pegue lo menos posible.
Ok, está bien. ¿Cuánto lleva con usted cheque en efectivo y dinero extranjero? $3,000. Ok, perfecto. Más voy a checar acá atrás, ok? She says she buys purses, resells them. So we'll see what we find, see if she's telling the truth. ¿Por qué traes ese cargador de batería?
Ah, es que mi esposo.
¿Compra carros o qué? ¿Vas a venir a comprar el carro hoy también o no? Ok. ¿Su dinero lo tiene con usted ahí? Porque no me lo puede sacar. Es todo lo que tiene allí. Es todo su dinero.
Sí. Ah, traigo un sobre también.
Oh, un sobre. Ok. ¿De qué es el sobre?
Mismo también es de mi esposo.
¿A poco se le olvidó? ¿Por qué lo tiene en un sobre acá? No lo tiene con ellos.
Sí, se lo dejaron, lo acabo de recoger.
Ok. ¿No trae más dinero escondido en su cuerpo?
No.
Pasa para abajo. She knew she had that money, she just wasn't gonna declare it. The cartels, they're bringing currency into the United States. They're choosing younger people. We're gonna take it to the secondary inspection area, verify that your currency is not illicit.
Go ahead and follow the service.
If you get a person and they're lying about how much currency they have, it's a red flag. Pasa por acá, señorita. You can check the purse. She might have more somewhere else. What's this? Some more currency. All right, let's get to it. For the cartels, currency doesn't just come out of the United States. It also comes in because they gotta fund themselves. The cartels would target younger individuals. Trying to see they bring small amounts of currency. Like, hey, bring in these $5,000, you get $500.
Total at $38.60 with all this.
Oh, okay. We're trying to see if we find more. Looks like she has receipts of all the different cars that they buy. It's a legitimate business. They export vehicles out of the United States. I'm good with the inspection. Cleared it out. We didn't find any more currency. Fine. Good to go.
While setting up on the vehicle that we believe has narcotics inside of it, we identified two vehicles in the parking lot that we thought may have been connected to ours, maybe a pickup crew or a second driver for our vehicle. But what we saw while waiting for them to interact with our vehicle was a handoff of a suitcase. We thought that it might be a transfer of bulk narcotics, just not the drugs that we were looking for. Most of our team is still back at the original vehicle, and we're headed back there now to support them.
Let's go and take it down. Move it. Fast, fast, fast. Hey, hands up! Police!
But I got him.
We're gonna unload our original vehicle. Dope's there. It has multiple substances in it. Looks like fentanyl and meth for certain, maybe a third substance.
We got a mail on the dock, ma'am.
He tried to leave and we locked him in and see how much more he's willing to cooperate.
What do you got?
They didn't want him to unload the vehicle because they didn't want to risk him. So they said they were going to send someone else to unload it.
Okay.
And then he was going to deliver it to another location.
Okay.
Based on initial communication, he was just supposed to meet here and be eyes on the lot, see if anything stood out.
He had the keys to that vehicle.
Oh, he did?
He did.
Does he have them now?
No, because they're in the suitcase that he handed off.
Okay.
So he transferred an empty suitcase with the keys in it to her. She was supposed to unload the vehicle. I asked why did she leave the lot if she was supposed to unload it, and he said, I think she was just doing a lap to check around.
Wow.
We were minutes away. Do you speak English? A little bit? It turns out that the original driver here may not be involved. It may be a family member that set him up. It is confusing. It's confusing. There's a lot of moving pieces. They moved very, very quickly. We followed a car that we thought had narcotics in it. We surveilled it for quite some time, and then 2 other cars came into the lot. They appeared to be coordinating with each other and focused on our vehicle. These 2 were working in concert with each other to ultimately unload our car and take the drugs out of that car and transport them ultimately to LA. Well, that makes more sense. We're pretty confident that we can identify the driver of that black Elantra that fled. We're still trying to find it, hopefully still today. And our original vehicle, we're gonna tow this back to the port, get the drugs back, get them weighed, tested, and then we'll go from there. Then we'll get out of the rain. This is terrible.
Can I see your passport? What's the purpose of your trip here today?
Business.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you.
Yep. How you doing, ma'am? Can I see your passport? Where are you coming from today?
From Turkey, Istanbul.
Are these all your bags?
Yeah.
So is everything in all of these bags yours?
Some are for kids, some are for my mom, my dad. They're just for friends.
Okay. All right, you want to follow me?
We have a passenger returning with 15 bags. With this amount of bags, this is something you would normally see in a cargo container and not on a passenger arriving on an inbound flight. Now, what do you do for work?
I work as a caregiver.
Is that local?
Yes.
Okay. Do you do anything else for work?
No, sir.
No, okay. So Istanbul, you went for fun?
I went for fun, then
Fun.
I just purchased some stuff.
Okay. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Over there, things are very cheap.
Turkey, they're known for having counterfeit merchandise, and so people will come and buy those items in bulk and import them back into the U.S. with an intent to sell counterfeit items at a reduced rate to make a large profit. Do you roughly know what everything in the bags is?
Yeah.
What's the total value?
Probably less than 2,000 or so.
Total value is 2,000 U.S. approximately.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any receipts?
Receipts? No, because like when you go to the shop that they have there, you keep cash.
And how much do you have today? How much? Nothing. So you spent $2,000.
Yes, sir.
Did you pack the bags yourself?
When you buy, like when you buy
Yes or no? Did you pack the bags yourself? No.
Some
Okay. Friends in Turkey helped you pack.
Yes.
Yeah. Were you there?
Some hours, some hours.
Okay.
Okay,
But
sure.
everything in the bags is gonna belong to you.
This stuff right now, yes, sir.
Okay, cool. We got some bags to check.
Solo, senor. You're alone?
Yes.
Yeah. Whose car?
It's mine, but it's under my grandpa's name.
Okay. Pop the trunk for me. You're all set, man. Thank you.
I might check that one.
You gonna take the ultimate?
Yeah. ¿Dónde va? Okay. Baja la ventana de atrás, por favor. ¿No baja? Okay, gracias. I just noticed that there was a little bit of tampering in the back seat. That's when you got to make the decision, so take it back down. Then an ultimate's in this lane.
Whenever we find what appears to be tampered underneath the back seats, it's sometimes a good indication that the car's been modified for smuggling.
Move the vehicle to the secondary area.
The Z-Port, you got a 2010 Nissan Altima.
We'll try to find any kind of anomaly, something that doesn't look right, compare other images of the same vehicle. The anomalies that are popping out are the back of the seats. We'll check it out.
You can see that the seats have a backing right there. You'll encounter those seats that are hollowed out, and they'll put narcotics in there. That is not normal. Through there, you can kind of see the bundles.
Here we go.
You got one right here.
Tear it apart.
We're gonna look at every inch of the vehicle. We're gonna open doors, take the panels off, see if there's any more narcotics in the vehicle.
Nothing in here.
When we finished dismantling the vehicle, we couldn't find any more narcotics other than the 4 bundles that we had already found.
Now we're gonna take one of those bundles and we're gonna go ahead and test it with our Gemini. You can see right there. So it tests positive for cocaine.
Let's put this on the scale and see how much we have.
So we got 4 bundles. 4.88 kilograms of cocaine. Ok, ¿me permite su dinero, por favor? ¿Y por qué carga tanto dinero? A lot of the ports here in El Paso have been seeing a lot of money coming inbound from single females, payments to people in the U.S. for smuggling. In this case, she had around $7,200 with her. We don't know if that's payment for this transaction or payment for, other things. We got HSI here to talk to the subject and investigate it and see what that money is coming from.
HSI special agents are interviewing the subject so we can determine steps we want to take towards prosecution. Here in El Paso, we are seeing a larger number of small amounts of narcotics being smuggled. Our assessment is it gives the cartels more of an opportunity to get it through. However, every load you take down at the port is that much dope you keep off the street. 4 kilos of cocaine can be cut up so many times and distributed all over the country. It helps keep those communities safe.
Now, is this stuff here that you bought?
Yes.
It's all clothes, and it's all name brand. Yeah, a couple of them do. She's just coming back from a visit from Turkey. She's got a ton of merchandise. Everything from A to Z is in these bags. Shirts, pants, shoes, perfume. We even found a vacuum cleaner in there. So we're pulling out anything that's in its original packaging or still has tags on it, because we know for a fact that they are not personal items.
She ever closed commingled?
Some of her personal stuff's mixed in.
All of it's mixed in?
Yes.
The commingling of items purchased outside of the United States with personal items that were once in the United States is a tactic we see frequently when people are trying to smuggle these items in.
This is a lot of clothes. Are you going to be selling anything?
Oh, no. They're old. That's why I'm
Even with the tags?
Even with the tags. They have tags, but they're very old. They used all that.
Even the stuff that's in the packages?
Yes.
Here's the thing. If most of this is old clothing, just your clothing, and you went there for 10 days, why did you need so much clothing?
No, not for just me. Like I said I'm not there for gifts, to give to people.
So how much did you pay for all your checked luggage fees?
3,000.
So do you understand what you're saying to us? It's really hard to believe. You would buy $2,000 worth of merchandise to pay $3,000 just to bring it back to the U.S.
You will not believe me, but I never do business. I never do nothing before, like business before.
Okay.
I wear some, I give some out. That's all.
All right, miss. Look at that. We have watches, too. Audemars Piguet. Do you know how much a real Audemars Piguets are? We got a Breitling over here, Rolex. We're not done yet. She's got a whole bunch of high-end watches. Rolex, Audemars, tags. It's not for her. This is a Breitling. This is approximately $6,000. This is a Tag Heuer Carrera. This is $5,000 to $6,000. A real Rolex, this will be over $30,000. Just the watches alone, she's well over $100,000 worth of merchandise.
Was it real name brand or fake name brand?
We would need an import specialist to come tell us, give us the official answer if they're counterfeit or not.
The demand for legitimate, high-value goods is greater now than it ever has been. It creates a black market. But when people make a product, they put a lot of time into the research, development, and marketing of that product, and they're due a fair price for their goods. So we take counterfeit goods very seriously.
Is this real or fake?
Well, that I don't know, because like when I go there, I see it, I say, oh, this is nice. I don't ask
You don't
them.
ask them?
I just like it, then
Whether they're fake or not, you're importing the items.
it's just something just for me to wear. It's
Even
not,
if it's for you, you're importing them.
What is that?
It's a ledger. Looks like she knows somebody that has a shop here that they sell this kind of stuff. She may just be acting as a courier for whoever she works for as a side.
Here's though you're importing this stuff as cargo, and we're going to be containing it. You're going to have to get a customs broker, and the customs broker's going to have to itemize everything so you can pay all the applicable duties and fees necessary to import these items in the U.S., okay?
you say I'm going to pay money?
Of course. You have to pay money to import merchandise like this. Duty rates can go anywhere from 1-2% to free, all the way up to 20, 30, 40%, depending on the country you're importing it from. The traveler did not declare everything, and there were multiple commodities, so there's no telling right now how much that would cost her.
So how much left and what is what?
So finished bags are going over on any side on the end. Personal stuff in this. I'm gonna put this over here.
Nothing was seized today. They are merely being put into the cargo system so that our experts can determine whether they are legitimate or counterfeit. If they're not good and cannot be brought in, then that's when the seizure takes place.
You got to reach out to your airline and you got to get a customs broker in regards to all this, okay? As long as you're transparent with us and you declare everything, we do try to help you as much as possible, and at the very least educate you for next time, so you know worst case scenario is you just pay some tax. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
We're going to start the seizing process, which will involve removing all the packages, testing, weighing, and then packaging them up for the vault.
You gonna need another bag?
Yeah.
I got an extra bag if you need it.
We have the drugs out of the vehicle now. We brought them over to the section here where we will test them to determine what substance they are. The first package tested positive for methamphetamine. Yeah. The pink line shows that it's positive for the characteristics of fentanyl. With the pills, it's the same thing. More fentanyl. More and more people are switching to a powder, but either way, it's exceptionally dangerous stuff, and we're getting a ton of overdoses, and we see it every day, literally every day, multiple times a day.
We did identify the driver that absconded. So we will get a warrant issued for her and be able to pick her up whenever she's located.
It looks like 10.96 keys of meth. .32 keys of fentanyl powder and 0.82 keys of pills. At the end of the day, it's a good bust. We stopped a mixed load of drugs from hitting the streets. We have our main suspect in custody, and even though we have one that got away, we're working to get them in custody as well.